Have you ever wondered about the depth of a dog's loyalty? It's a bond that can transcend time, distance, and even loss. Today, I want to share a story with you that will touch your heart. A story that unfolded in the everyday hustle and bustle of a busy train station. It's the story of a dog whose unwavering devotion became a local legend. Our story begins at the Central Station, a place of constant motion. People rushing to catch trains, tearful goodbyes, joyous reunions. But amidst this chaos, one figure remained constant, a beautiful Akita with a thick golden brown coat and soulful eyes. Every single morning, without fail, he would appear as the first train pulled in, and every evening he would still be there, watching patiently as the last train departed. He never barked, never begged for food. He just sat, his gaze fixed on the station entrance, as if waiting for someone very important. The daily commuters started to notice him. They called him Hachi, after the famous loyal dog from Japan, because his dedication was just as profound. Children would wave at him, and some of the kinder souls would leave out a bowl of water or a small snack, which he would politely accept before returning to his post. But no one knew his story. Where did he come from? Who was he waiting for? The mystery of the station dog deepened with each passing day. He became a silent landmark, a symbol of something pure and unbreakable in a world that was always changing. One of the people who noticed Hachi was a young station worker named Kenji. Kenji's job was to clean the platforms and help passengers, a routine he found monotonous. But seeing Hachi every day brought a spark of curiosity and warmth into his life. He started observing the dog from a distance, admiring his calm and dignified presence. Kenji had always loved animals, and there was something about this particular dog that pulled at his heartstrings. He felt a connection, a sense of empathy for this lonely creature waiting for a reunion that might never happen. One chilly evening, as Kenji was finishing his shift, he saw Hachi shivering in the cold wind. On impulse, Kenji took off his own jacket and gently draped it over the dog. Hachi looked up, his dark eyes meeting Kenji's, and for the first time, he wagged his tail, just a slight, hopeful flick. That small gesture was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. From that day on, Kenji made it a point to spend his breaks with Hachi. He'd bring him proper dog food and a warm blanket. He'd sit beside him, not saying much, just keeping him company. Kenji would talk to Hachi, and Hachi would listen, his head cocked to one side, offering a silent, comforting presence that Kenji found more soothing than any human conversation. The other station workers watched this bond grow with a mix of amusement and admiration. "You've got a friend for life there, Kenji," his supervisor would say, clapping him on the back. Kenji knew it was true. He had started looking forward to his shifts, not because of the job, but because he got to see his faithful, four-legged friend. As weeks turned into months, Kenji couldn't bear the thought of Hachi spending another night alone in the cold. He started doing some research. He asked around, talked to the shopkeepers near the station, and checked local lost pet registries. He eventually pieced together the heartbreaking story. Hachi's owner had been an elderly man who took the train to work every day. Hachi would walk him to the station in the morning and be there to greet him in the evening. But one day, the man suffered a sudden heart attack at work and never came home. Hachi, not understanding what had happened, had been waiting for him ever since. Kenji's heart ached for the loyal dog. He now understood the depth of Hachi's vigil. It wasn't just a habit. It was a testament to a love that death itself couldn't erase. He knew he couldn't replace Hachi's beloved owner, but he also knew he couldn't leave him to wait forever. The station was no place for a dog to live. He had to do something. The decision felt both momentous and incredibly simple. He was going to give Hachi a home. That evening, after his shift, Kenji approached Hachi with a leash in his hand. He knelt down and spoke softly. "Hachi," he said, "I know you're waiting, and I admire you for it. But your friend would want you to be safe and warm. He would want you to be happy. Will you come home with me?" Hachi looked at Kenji, then at the station entrance, and then back at Kenji. It was as if a silent conversation passed between them. After a long moment, Hachi stood up, walked over to Kenji, and gently licked his hand. It was his answer, yes. Walking away from the station for the first time in months was a huge step for Hachi. Kenji's apartment was small and simple, but it was filled with warmth and love. That first night, Hachi slept on a soft bed at the foot of Kenji's own, finally finding a peaceful rest he hadn't known in a very long time. The next morning, Kenji was worried Hachi might try to run back to the station. But when he woke up, Hachi was there, wagging his tail, his eyes bright and full of a new kind of hope. Their life together began. Kenji discovered that Hachi was not just a loyal dog, but a playful and affectionate one, too. They went for long walks in the park, played fetch with a tennis ball, and cuddled on the sofa watching TV. Hachi's sorrowful, waiting gaze was replaced by a look of contentment and joy. He had found a new purpose, a new person to love. And Kenji, who had once felt lost and lonely in the big city, had found a companion who filled his life with meaning. But their story doesn't end there. Kenji knew how much the station meant to Hachi. So, every morning, on his way to work, Kenji would walk Hachi to the station. They would stand on the platform for a few minutes, watching the first train arrive. A quiet ritual to honor the memory of the owner Hachi had loved so much. And then, instead of leaving him there, Kenji would say, "Okay, buddy, let's go." And they would walk back home together before Kenji left for his shift. It was their way of blending the past with the present, honoring an old love while celebrating a new one. The story of Kenji and Hachi became an inspiration to everyone at the station and beyond. It was a powerful reminder that even in the face of loss, new beginnings are possible. It showed that kindness can heal the deepest wounds, and that the love between a human and an animal is one of the most precious gifts in the world. Hachi's loyalty never faded, it just found a new home in Kenji's heart. Their bond was a testament to second chances and the enduring power of friendship. Thank you so much for watching and letting me share this beautiful story with you. If it touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories that celebrate the amazing connections we share. See you next time.